Hi, Luxees. Welcome back to the Luxury Live Show. And as always, with me here is my gorgeous co host, fashionably Amy, this way. And yeah, today we've got a topic on Louis Vuitton. I'm wearing my Louis Vuitton top because
I know,
today
it's so nice. I wish I had an LV top to wear for today's occasion too.
I just thought about it this morning. I was like, oh, LV, so we should wear an LV top. And
Mm,
yeah, it's been a while, right? We've been talking about so many brands. I mean, Hermes is definitely one of it, Chanel's one of it, but we've been doing Delvaux, Mona, Goya, everything. So we thought we circle back and look at some new things that LV has come up with. It's been a while. It's been a while. I haven't gone into
yeah,
the
it
app.
has. It's been a while, but um when I was looking through the collection, I didn't think that it changed a ton. Like I,
True.
I think that that's what we can discuss during our slides. I felt like there was a lot of bags that are just reinterpreted it. And it's like the same bag, really.
I mean, but if
But
you
it's
think of
okay.
it,
It's
other
okay.
brands do the same thing, right? It's
Yeah, I
another
guess
Chanel
so.
flat, but it's just that maybe with LV, it's because they have so many types that when they reinterpret one item, they do it for every other bag, and it just
Yeah.
seems like a lot. You know what I mean? Like if they make something puffy, they make everything puffy, and it's suddenly
Yeah.
just so much puffiness. But anyway, we have slides, we have some things that we picked out. So let me just do that first. And yeah, we
Yes.
see everyone saying
And don't mind me,
hi.
I'm eating a chocolate. These are really good, by the way. These are keto chocolates, and it's not because
Keto.
I'm ketogenic, but I just saw this at Costco, and there was this old lady, old Chinese lady beside me who was like asking me, "Oh, what is this chocolate? Is it like dark chocolate and this and that?" Like she was, because she couldn't read the English, so I was like explaining it to her. But yeah, it's really good, and it's actually a brand from Vancouver.
Wow.
Chalk XO.
I've never had keto chocolate.
It's just chocolate. They call it keto only because to be keto, it has to be low in carbs. Um, yeah,
Oh.
so you probably wouldn't like it because it's dark chocolate. I love dark chocolate, but you would
Ugh.
probably find it bitter and disgusting. So
Yeah, no, but I'm trying to, as you are eating keto chocolate, I'm having my coffee with oat milk. We'll talk about it later.
wow,
We're
really
talking about it
nice.
later. It's not the best, but I'm
Actually,
trying
I
to
don't
cut
like my
dairy.
coffee with oat milk or any other milk than 18% cream. The coffee is one thing I cannot make it diluted and watered down. I will not enjoy it. Coffee is the
Uh,
only thing in my life that I need. It has to be exactly the way I want it. 18% cream, 4 teaspoons for Nespresso, a little Nespresso, like 4 teaspoons. That's what I need.
wow. Well,
Otherwise,
we'll
like
come
even
back.
10%, I'm like, oh, it's watered down.
I
It's not as
know
good.
it's so watered down. It's so not
Yeah.
great. But
Mhm.
anyway, yeah, I'm trying to cut dairy out of my diet just because
Mm.
I have a theory, but we'll come to that later or we'll chat about that. Let's talk about LV. All
Yeah.
right, okay. So, new releases, like so many new things. But if you are new to this luxury live show, welcome. We have a membership, so we see a lot of members here already. So thank you. If you want to join, be a committee, be a crew, you gotta be on both our channels. And tomorrow we actually have a member session. We're gonna talk
Mhm.
about what again? Oh yeah. Still early in the morning.
It's an
We are gonna
important
talk about
a very
stuff.
important topic.
Yeah, very important topic that we are considering, thinking, need to discuss, we might want to let go. But we'll talk about that with the members tomorrow. We really appreciate all the members' advice. They have the best advice. So, yeah, that's tomorrow. If you want to join us, come and join us tomorrow.
Mhm.
And today's topic. Okay, so the calendar is today is the LV picks. Next tomorrow is the culling session. And
Mhm.
yeah, so the calendar's up. We have another members live coming up in a couple of weeks. Yeah. We should have
Yes.
bought this stuff. So that, when we do regrets, people really like to hear what our regrets are. Okay, okay. And bunch of question marks at the front. If you have a question for us, it just helps us see and pull it to the front, the usual. So let's get started. Let's start
Yes.
with Amy.
Awesome. Thank you. So like I said earlier, I wasn't so attracted to as many bags this time around, but I still found a couple that I was like, oh, you know what? I will seriously consider buying these. So the first one is this Alma BB, but in this puffy format. So it's apparently a puffy calfskin, and I think I'm really attracted to it because there's something about this stamp, like it says quilted and embroidered smooth. I guess it's embroidered. Oh yeah, it is. It actually has stitching on all the quilting of the flowers and the LV, and I thought it was very very well done. As Kat mentioned, they probably did not just on the Alma but on other pieces too. But I just really like the Alma bag. All like I've always liked it. The BB size is a perfect size. I don't even mind this strap, to be honest. Maybe because
Mm-hmm.
it's black on black. Unlike some of the previous ones that they've done, like on the EP leather one, they added colorful straps. I'm not as into that. I think because this one is black on black, I'm okay with it. And most of the time, if I was to wear this bag more dressy, I would just remove the strap anyway. So I really, really like this. I don't love the price, however. So
Mm.
if I have a chance to maybe buy this in Paris or when I'm traveling, like if it's something like a special occasion where I want to commemorate the memory, then yeah, I'll splurge and whatnot. But of all the bags really that I saw, I was like, oh, this is really the only one that I really loved that I would seriously consider adding. What
Yeah,
do
the
you think of this
price.
one?
I was shocked actually when I saw this because when you picked this,
I
I was like,
know
wow. I,
because
I
it's
I
like
thought the
well
bag is
over
beautiful.
4,000. It'll be like 4,300 after
It's a
tax, right? So
lot.
it's really expensive.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a lot. But it is beautiful. I when when you picked it, I was like, yeah, among all the puffy ones, this is truly one of the best. But yeah, the
Mhm.
price was like, wow, Elma's being 3.8. And I remember, like you said, with before tax. So in Singapore, it's like what, 4.5, 4.2, four
Mm,
three,
yeah.
which is significant for a Elma. But this is different. So yeah, I agree. This is a really nice, cute little interpretation of the Elma.
Mhm. Because the Alma is always like the shape itself is always gonna be a classic, and this is just like kind of that new texture, I suppose. I like that it's still gonna be classic, even though it's quite loud in a sense. Like the quilting of the LVs seems pretty loud. The quilting is quite large on the bag, but it's still okay. Like because it's tonal, right? It's tone
Mhm.
on tone. I'm okay with that. I actually really I actually really like it. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think this kind of quilting and pattern makes it look young as well.
Yes.
It gives it a bit more. I mean, obviously the model that you're using is really young, but even if I like put change her face and make it like much older,
Yeah.
I can. Yeah, I think the bag looks so much more youthful this way, even though it's black.
Oh yeah, especially I think I like it especially because it's black. It's just one tone. I mean, they have it in I think two other colors or three other colors. But you know, I'm always kind of safe with my classics. I realize that I never regret my black bags.
Hmm.
Like never. I never find it boring either. So I'm totally digging the black, like the whole black look. That's why
Yeah,
I love this one so much.
really
Just
nice.
the
Thank
price.
you.
I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, the price is no, no.
Yeah, price is a bit high. Okay, so this next one, I chose it because it is such a lovely a bag that I would use if I had the occasion to take this to work, for example. I I honestly I don't need a bag for work. I don't need a sorry, I mean I don't need a luxury bag for work. But if I needed a luxury bag for work, this would be one of the contender. I thought it was very simple the way the silhouette is. Um it has glazing, yes, I'm aware of that, but hopefully the glazing on leather is better than the glazing on their canvas. Because let me see. Oh no, you know what? My twice doesn't have glazing except on the strap, but it's still wearing fine. So I'm just hoping that, despite the amount of glazing, especially around the edges, on top, all that, I'm hoping it's fine. It just looks very comfortable to wear. I love that it has a detachable strap. I love this turn lock thing. I've mentioned
Mhm.
that before about Chanel. I love the turn locks from Chanel because they're so easy to open and close. They just slide right in, and the color is really gorgeous. I think there is another color as well, but also I was just thinking for this size bag, it's a slightly larger bag, right? It's not that
Mhm.
much more than the Alma that we saw earlier. Like if you
True.
think cost per wear, and if you think like, oh, it's something that I need to buy for work, I thought this was a very nice option. What do you think?
I was quite surprised you picked this because now that you explain why, because it's like if you used it for work, I was like, oh, okay. Because when you picked it, I was like, why would you pick
I know.
such a formal looking?
I
Ah,
wouldn't. I
yeah.
wouldn't buy this bag for everyday use. I don't have a need for it, and I also don't have a need for it for work, but I was just thinking of all the bags I've seen, I didn't like
Mm,
anything except these two. So I kind of chose this for someone who is looking for a nice LV bag for work, but it's still so um it's so elegant, and there's only a little bit of that logo in the turn lock, which is okay. I think it's okay. If you love
yeah.
your LVs, I mean, this is
It's
nothing. This
it's like
is just a little logo.
L it's like Elvis' interpretation of the Kelly. It really
Yeah,
looks
very
like
much
it
so.
with the whole side angles, turn
Mhm.
lock, top handle, strap. It's like their version, but different. It's nice. It's a nice bag, and I obviously this color is so pretty. The beige with the pink inside. It's pink, right? It's pink microfiber. It's really really pretty. It's a really nice combination.
I honestly think that this is an easier bag than the Kelly,
Oh,
just
absolutely.
judging from the closures, of course. The Sangles, it's just a snap closure if you need to expand it, but if you don't, you just leave it. And honestly, the only thing you need to do is just turn and open. It's so easy, which is why I thought this would be a really nice practical bag for
Yeah.
someone who is looking for a luxury bag for work. Yeah.
Let's see, what leather is it? Oh, it's just calf skin. That's good because
Mhm.
sometimes I find that LV likes to use their really good, that the other one, the Tyrolean.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
They like to use that for more formal bags. And though it's really nice, it's really hardy, but it's super heavy.
Right.
So it's good that they didn't decide to use that leather on this bag. And yeah, much better.
Yeah, I find that their Lockme, like any of their Lockme bags are they're quite elegantly designed, simple, and also they are more well priced than
Yeah,
all their other leather bags. Um,
absolutely.
yeah, so I find that if let's say if you're not attracted to this size, I think there's probably a PM size, and there's a whole range of Lock Me bags from LV that are very nicely done, in my opinion. Your previous bag was a LV Lock
Yeah,
Me bag, right?
I
The one that
really
you used
enjoyed
for
it.
work?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
really enjoyed it. It's
yeah,
it's formal looking, but at the same time you could make it a little fun. Maybe you put a twill like a scarf on the handle. You put some, you know, for me I just added a handle. But yeah,
yeah.
I really enjoyed that bag. I wish it was a little larger because I think the reason I wanted that bag was for work, and though it fit when I had it, my life. But I realized that I think I needed to be sort of like this size. If it was
Mhm.
for work,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe I should look at this bag.
Yeah, maybe you should. It's very nice. Okay, so that was the end of like the bags. I couldn't choose anything else. I wasn't attracted to anything else. And anything else that I was attracted, we already talked about it in the last LV session. So I went into ready to wear, and I'm trying to choose things that not only that I would wear, of course, but that are so classic that I will see myself wearing in 5, 10 years. So I went with this very which is why I said, oh, nice t-shirt, the one that you're wearing. I'm like, I'm just going for the very simple. I love a good white t-shirt, or anything white, to for that matter, shoes. accessories. But especially a good white t-shirt with a good cotton and that drapes well. This one does have a bit of print on the bottom edge, but if you ever tuck it in, no one will see it. Like if you needed to tuck it in to make it a even more clean look, that's it's great. But you have the option of also wearing it just displaying the whole t-shirt, and you would see a bit of logoing. The little bit of chain also adds to the signature because a lot of LV t-shirts are like this. So I just picked this one because it's such a clean look, and I can definitely I think for me, I can definitely get the Costco wear for this.
Yeah, this is nice. I like the simplicity of it. And one thing I like about LV shirts, which I was just kind of observing my own, is that the sleeves, they kind of stick out.
Yeah, it's more feminine, right?
Yeah, but it really makes the shoulders, the upper shoulders, look really put together. It's not like, some
Yeah.
t-shirts, they just sort of flatten down and it kind of makes your shoulders droop. I realized that LV shirt, they tend to fold right at the top of my shoulders. So they
Yeah.
kind of they look exactly like this picture.
Yeah.
It comes out like this.
Yeah.
It's really nice. It's well made. I mean, it's well thought of, like this kind of design.
Yeah. Only thing is like because I obviously I chose mostly everything else is all ready to wear, but every piece of ready to wear, even the 100% cotton t-shirt says do not wash.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Hang on, let
oh,
me
that's
check.
so annoying. Do you actually hand wash your t-shirt or no?
No,
You
I
still,
dump it in the washing machine. I'm sorry.
so it's
It's
still
past the.
fine.
I don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I got
fine.
this question. I got this question on one of my other videos about my Hermes shirts, whether whether I would still hand wash it. And I said that I would because you had the same experience. You just hand wash yours. But it's just so weird that, on the label it says do not wash, do not hand like only dry clean and yet it's okay to hand wash I think as long as you're delicate with it and you
Yeah. I depends if I'm in the mood, I'll hand wash it. But
mm,
sometimes what I'll do is, I'll put it in a kind of like a wash bag,
yeah.
and then I'll dump it in the washing machine. But I don't actually dump my expensive clothes right at the beginning. So if let's say the wash is like 40 minutes,
Yeah.
I'll put it towards the end of the first soak cycle. How do you like
Oh,
sort of I
yeah,
kind of like,
okay.
you know what I mean? Not like at the beginning where it's like
Yeah,
turning and turning and turning and
yeah,
washing and turning. So like towards the third cycle of that, and then I'll dump it in for a little bit because it just needs a bit of clean.
yeah.
It's not I'm running a marathon in my t-shirt, right? But I'm too
Yeah,
lazy to
for
hand wash
sure.
at the same time. So
Mhm.
I will watch. I was like, "Ooh, it's about time." I'll dump it in,
Yeah.
and it's fine.
Yeah, so my washing machine is much newer, so we have a very delicate cycle where it literally only lasts
Mm.
less than 20 minutes. I'm pretty sure it lasts like
Yes, yes.
16
Mine, I
minutes or
don't have
something
that.
like that. So
My, I
I'm
don't.
fine with using that cycle for my luxury ready to wear.
The only thing
So
is,
far.
do not do it with silk. So the lesson learned
Right.
is you can do it with cotton, wool, whatever. I don't know what other a material. Just don't do it with luxury silk because, dang, the color runs, which I've shared
Mm,
on my other LV top. So that one I don't. I bought another silk long sleeve silk from Maximara, and I wore it once, and now it's just hanging there because I need to bring it for dry cleaning. So that's the only thing I don't like about dry cleaning.
mm.
You gotta can't wear it again. You just wait until I go for dry cleaning. So,
But if
but
it's
that.
solid color, I would still put it in though.
Oh, it's not. That's the thing.
No,
This one
I
has
I
some.
don't have any like LV or Chanel. Actually, I lie. I have one Chanel silk item, but yeah, that one I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't put it. Yeah, it's too delicate with the embroidery stuff and it's fun.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
moving on.
Yeah. Moving on. Okay.
um, yes. So I picked another shirt and I love this one because it's very classic looking. It's just a striped shirt but with a little bit more interest detail like the LV flowers. Um it's so feminine and it's something that I will definitely see myself wear for the rest, for the next 10 years until it falls apart, of course. This one says it's 60% cotton, 31% silk. So yeah, this one is I guess it's really dry clean. I guess that's the only annoying part.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, you
But
probably could hand wash this one
yeah, hand
because it,
washing is probably like spot cleaning.
oh,
Yeah,
it says here mild professional dry cleaning in
I know.
hydrocarbons. Oh my goodness.
Yeah. That is the only annoying part. But okay, aside from the cleaning, I do think that the silhouette of this, the cutting, the colors, it's something that is timeless. So I
Yeah.
love it. I love it.
I really like this as well. I think it's pretty. It's like you said, timeless. It's very feminine, and you can wear this for a very, very long time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Very nice. Okay, let's go to the next one. Oh, this is beautiful.
Yes. So it's two items. I first saw the top, of course, and I was like, ooh, kind of gives me a little bit of Balmain button vibes, but also just not quite Chanel, but it kind of gives me a bit of both, just because the shoulders are not so crazy. They're just more the regular cut. The sleeves are super long though. This model is very tall, but it's still very long on her. So I don't know what's up with the sleeve part. But aside from the sleeve, I just love the colors. I love the buttons. I love the cut. I think it's something that just like the model on the left, you can wear very casually, but you can also just unbutton and drape it on top of something more dressy. You can also wear the whole thing together with the skirt. So, of course, if you bought the skirt as well, then it sometimes can be your whole sort of more dressed up office look. Um, or you can wear it just separately. I think I love um, what I love about these coordinated pieces is that you can do both together, you can do separate, and you get more cost per wear that way, right? Especially the top. I'm really loving the top, and I'm actually really surprised that it's not so much more expensive than say Balmain. In fact, I think Balmain is more expensive for their cardigans. Like something along the lines of this would be, if not that price, sometimes even more. So yeah,
Yeah.
this one says cotton, wool. So yeah, a very nice material. Anything that has wool in the material usually are more resistant anyway, so they're more like antibacterial, all those things, and should be really comfortable. Yeah.
I
What do you
like
think of
this.
this? Mm.
It's you think the sleeves are too long, but I feel like that's what makes it look younger because
Yes, it does.
this kind of pattern can age you a little bit, right? Because it's very formal and it looks very professional. But because the sleeves are longer, naturally you let it, pass your fingers, or you could, roll it up and it's all scrunched up and it just makes it look more, yeah, just younger.
Mm.
And the way it's put together, like with jeans and this model who looks kind of like, chill. I think that's kind of the vibe they're going for. But at the
Yeah,
same
I
time,
think
you put it
LV.
together.
Right, right. I agree with you. LV is definitely more like they're ready to wear is definitely kind of in between. It's not quite like Balenciaga where it's so street and so
Hmm.
oversized and everything, but it's also not quite Balmain where it's so like so form fitting and everything. It's more in between. Um so I like that about LV in that they portray a more, they still have a lot of classic pieces, but it's a fresher and it's a more, sometimes more exciting, like just something
Yeah.
different, not so boring in a sense. Like these
Yeah,
pieces
yeah.
are still very classic, but they're not boring by any means.
It's
Um,
got a little bit of something, right? Because you would
yeah,
think that this would be, a zip, and maybe the material would be some silk, or but it's actually cotton, and
yeah.
it's stretchy and elastic, and it's like, oh, okay.
Mhm.
It gives a totally different look, but really nice. I like this, and I agree. The cardigan, it's not that, isn't it? It's not that bad. I mean, for a luxury cardigan,
For LV especially, like LV things can still be very expensive.
super
I
expensive.
find, especially nowadays. I know it's almost irrelevant to talk about prices anymore, almost because it's almost everywhere. It's so expensive, but I was just surprised. But yeah, this model is 5'9" though. I still find it a bit long. Don't I mean, right?
It
It's
is.
She's 5'9". I have short arms too. Like for someone my height, I have short arms, so I know it'll be like literally here.
Mine would be like past my finger.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it goes on. It's nice. Look.
Yeah, and the skirt, I like that little, just that little LV leather. I think it's leather. It's like a little leather tab on her, on the band there. It's really nice. And then if you, yeah. Okay. I think this is the last item that I chose. Oh no, maybe there's another one. I can't
I think
remember.
there's another one.
Could be the last one. Because I changed my mind, and then anyway. So this one I chose it because I think you can tell why I chose it. It's so beautiful. This is a leather accented wool coat. So it's pretty much a wool coat with leather strips accent. And the one at the waist also runs all the way back. So it's so elegant, just enough details, but not over the top. And honestly, I was shocked at the price. I thought for a wool coat with leather, it's really, really reasonable. Really reasonable. I don't know. This is the first time I'm saying it's reasonable for ready to wear, but it really is because some of the things, I don't know. Sometimes, especially if you look at Chanel, you can't get a coat for less than 10,000. Something like this, I feel. Even with Hermes coats are very, very expensive. So I thought this was very well priced. It's a beautiful classic cut coat, something super classic, and I can see myself wear in the long term. And again, it's not boring. It has that freshness. Maybe it's the fact that the buttons are kind of interesting, has that anchor shape, or maybe just the leather strip just enough, not too much. Love the lining, and it looks good on her. Yeah, this is something I totally would wear.
Can I just say, I was just trying to look for the name of that actress. If any of you have watched this movie, I think it is Mila Jovovich. There was one movie where I think it's a horror. And she woke up. I think it's her. Like she wore this, she wasn't wearing anything but just 3 bands, like straps, like black straps across like a bralette, across the legs, across the Anyway, sorry. When I looked at it, I was like, oh, it's like that movie. 3 leather bands across the boobs, the stomach, and then the bottom. But now it's in a coat.
Okay,
None of you
I
know
didn't
what I'm
watch
talking
that
about,
movie,
but
so I
okay.
have no idea. I'm like, oh my gosh, it's your imagination again.
I watched too many shows when I was young. But yeah, I was like, oh, this is like that movie that Mila Jovovich wore, except in a coat form. 3 bands of leather.
Okay.
It's very, very different because you think of a coat like very elegant, but then you got this 3 leather bands. It gives out a bit of like it's a different vibe. It's more, I don't know, I can't find the right word for it.
Is it good or bad?
It's I kind of think it's a little cheeky, but in a good way. It's like it's like bondage.
Okay, I don't have any of those thoughts. I just thought it looked really nice.
That's because it reminds me of that. If any of you know that movie, I think it's Mila. I think it's her, Mila Jovovich. It was a scene. It was all white, and she woke up, and it was like Ben. Anyway, if y'all know, y'all know. Okay.
Okay. But I before I bought
Is it fifth? Oh, I see Joe saying Fifth Element. Is it Fifth Element? Yeah, maybe it is Fifth Element. Huh? There was one actress. Oh, thank you, Joe. I think it's that one. Let me find it. I'm not imagining things.
No, you probably aren't. It's your, you have it stuck in your memory. But I was just gonna say, for me, before I was into any of the, like now I love my Max Mara coats and cashmere coats from various European brands. But before I bought those in the past, I really liked a local designer, and they are now kind of worldwide. They sell their label everywhere now, and it's called Makash, and they do a lot of wool because it's a Canadian brand. It's from Montreal, So they do a lot of wool coats with leather accents. So this kind of reminds me a bit of that. It's not exactly like this, but several of my coats before, they were not just a wool coat. There's always some leather accent. They're very good
Mm,
with detailing um their garments with leather accents, and so this really reminded me of that.
it's really nice.
I don't know that movie, so I can't help you with the
I'm sorry, I can't remember, but I think it is. But maybe I don't. Maybe it's some kind of film festival or something. But anyway, next, I just realized that you picked everything black and white.
Yeah, I did. I did. Even the bags. I guess
Even
the
the
second bag
bags,
was taupe,
yeah.
but it's kind of, yeah, very
It,
neutral.
it was like a theme. I was like, oh, wait a minute, she picked everything black and white. Yeah, okay,
I
classy.
did. I was definitely not as attracted to the other stuff. They're either way too out there for me, or even though I like them, only wear them now and not really something that I would still feel excited about in a few years, which is why I didn't pick those.
I totally get it because when we were scrolling through I was scrolling through the app and website. There are a lot of colors, not as crazy as pre-pandemic, but still they had this like kind of 3D kind of color, and I, I I don't know. I don't think I picked any as well. Can't recall, but let's take a
Mm.
look. Yeah, black and white as well. So I picked this for two reasons. Firstly, it
I
has
knew you would
stars,
pick this. Yeah. The
stars on it.
star
I had
pieces.
to. I had to. It was like, oh my god, that is so cute. Stardust. This is a summer Stardust collection, and it had so many things. I was like, oh my gosh, we need an LV swimsuit, and I think it's kind of cute. Something that I can see myself wear for a holiday. You can wear it as a top with jeans. I love the back of this. If you see the model and just the picture, you wouldn't think that the back is like crisscross and just it's just super sexy. So there's nothing much to say about a swimsuit. Don't know what the material is, swimsuit material, but I love it. I love the stars. It's so cute. And it's
I
LV.
think if you were to go to a beach all the time, I think you should definitely buy it. When I saw this star, because they have other garments with this same pattern, the white with the black stars, it
Mm.
immediately reminded me of my self-portrait dress that I bought a few years ago. And I was like,
Ah,
oh, I need to wear it again. Because we have a few dinners and another wedding coming up, so I'm like, oh, just more occasions to wear the stuff that I love to wear. So yeah, this totally reminded me of that when I
yes,
saw
it's
it.
really nice. I think stars, you can't go wrong with them. Just
Hmm.
guys can
And black
wear
and
it.
white, you
And
cannot
black
go
and
wrong with
white.
black
Yeah,
and
black and
white
white.
either.
So if you like stars, they have a whole collection of stars in LV right now. So I picked this. I was like, if you're going for a holiday, especially now, if you're living in down south, Australia, New Zealand, now it's summer, so this is something that every season you can wear. Oh, I
Mm,
love this so much. It's so youthful. I think I can actually, like you say, imagine wearing this and you're older. It's
hmm.
not too cutesy, but a really nice pullover on a top. It's kind of cropped. Again, black and white or this kind of cream color with stars. Oh, it's so cute. And then I had to show the green one because I thought, wow, that's good for Christmas. But expensive, huh? So this was a
Mm,
bit more. I would say I would if you wanted something uh that may not look too young, then you go for the one that Amy picked because this is 3,000 for this cardigan. I think yours had more value to it, but
mm.
still, if you like stars, you like a good, something different from LV. I thought this is a pretty cute little crop cardigan.
Yeah, I actually really like this one. I knew you were gonna pick it.
Anyway, it's sold out. Says that notify me when available, as everything is.
As always,
Oh my
everything good
god.
is sold out all the time.
I know. And this is really like new, right? I think it just
Yeah,
came
it's
out.
new.
Oh, Either they use the same thing, notify me when available. It's just that it's not in online. It could be in store. I don't know. But anyway, okay. I actually picked a few bags, and I picked this bag because, well, I kind of like the Speedy 20. I like the Speedy. I've always liked the Speedy. I still have my Speedy 25, but I've sold my other Speedies. I was collecting them. But then I tried to get the Nano and I didn't get the Nano. And I thought, oh, this is a good size. And I think, who was it? Doc Lee, when he joined us, he said that this is a great traveling bag. And I'm all about the traveling right now. I feel like the traveling bug is starting to hit me. I'm feeling it. And this just sort of sparked my interest again. Now, if you notice, the strap is now adjustable. So they have two colors. The magenta color, I'm not sure the name, but the magenta color, the strap is still the non-adjustable strap, but they have now revamped the black version because it was sold out for a long time, but now they came back in and they revamped the strap. So what's great about this is if you prefer to wear it crossbody, if you're much taller, this is a better strap option. And the price is exactly the same. So they did not increase the price of this Speedy 20 with the adjustable strap yet.
Okay. I did not realize that they didn't change the price because I was almost certain that they would if they did. Maybe it's a matter of time. But it's interesting because I remember, and it's not recent. Well, it's kind of recent, but like it's been a while, like a few weeks ago, and I looked on LV and I'm like, oh, why is this all the Speedy 20s? Why are they all it's either when you click on it and then it would just say like error, like the
Mm,
page, it's actually error, you can't find it. I'm like, why is like, I was thinking in my head, are they discontinuing it? Like what is happening? So now it explains it. They were revamping the strap,
yeah.
which makes so much sense. I don't know why they didn't do that in the first place. Now it's
So I
forcing people
actually
to buy
saw
it
an
again.
unboxing. Yeah. You can buy it again if you like the longer strap. I'm not sure about the longer strap. So I saw an unboxing of this exact version um, from a UK YouTuber. Her name is Amelia. Amelia, I think it's Amelia something. Amelia, and she got this bag, and it's actually in stock in UK. Because I was like, oh my gosh, maybe I should get it now because it's in stock. I wanted the black. I went online in Singapore. Everything in Singapore is sold out. I just don't get
Yeah.
it. But in the UK, I could actually place an order. I was like, oh, if
Mm.
only. So if you're in the UK and you're looking for this, it's on the website. I like this.
Mm.
If any of you have the Speedy 20, I don't know. Am I back into the print? I don't know. I'm like, I'm like it's like a bad boyfriend. You break up with them for a little bit and you're like, oh, I kind of miss it, and you come back.
Are you sure it's the print that you have something against? I think it's
No,
the
I
fact that
actually
it
like the
the
print, but
strap.
I like the print. I mean, I've always liked the monogram
Yeah,
print, but I
yeah.
feel like I have moved away from it. But now that I moved away from it, I'm looking at it again. I'm going like, oh, it's kind of nice, huh? Yeah.
I think it's very hard to completely move away from at least one piece of monogram LV because I think even if you have the most complete classic neutral collection of bags, say, say your Birkin Kelly's classic flap, that sort of thing. But it does get boring when it's always the same thing. And I feel like for us, we're not just classic people. Like we do, like me and you, I feel we do still enjoy the occasional fun, new, exciting, trendy thing
Mm,
that we can't really get away completely from a good monogram, solid monogram piece, I feel. I, anyway, that's how I feel. I don't know how if ever if I would not at least have one or two monogram pieces that I will have in my rotation.
yeah. I don't know. I mean, I like it, but would I add a bag back?
Mm,
I do have. Do I still have any? I still have one. I mean, I have my older retired bags.
that's not the same.
Yeah, that's not the
It's
same, right?
retired.
And it's retired. It's like nasty looking. I still have one more, which is my Khan's bag, but it's a different kind of monogram because it's the sort of like 3D and it's pretty. It's nice, but I don't have the classic monogram. So I was looking at this and I thought, maybe if I were to add an LV item back in my collection, this is a good this is a good one. But the thing is, would I use it? Have I maybe I'll ask the audience if any of you have kind of same experience as me, like where you start up with LV and you truly love the brand, but after a while, sort of like moved away from it. But it's not that you don't like the pattern, but when it comes to bags, maybe it's yeah, I don't know. I don't know. But when I look at it, when I look at other people, I'm like, ooh, I need it. But when I'm using it, when I have it, I don't find myself reaching for it.
Mm, okay. I see. I see. I'm
Yeah.
curious to know, yeah, how what everyone
But I
thinks.
think this is still okay. Like, see, now I'm going back to the bad boyfriend, right? I feel like this in the size 20. In the size 20 is cute. I'm looking at the model. I'm convinced by Dot Lee that this is a great travel bag. I love the fact that the zip kind of goes over the sides. It makes it easier to open. And I have actually seen this bag uh in the wild in Singapore a few times, and it is attractive. It is a nice mid medium size, not medium, small size, but it actually looks like you can fit a lot of things inside. So we'll see. Okay, I have to show this one. I thought this is so pretty. Um, it's been a while since I've seen them revamp the Petite Noe. Usually they've been doing it for the other version, the one that is not fully strapped in. And I thought this was nice. Not that I don't think I'll ever get a fully large white bag like this, but I like the perforated LV and the fleurs. And I thought it's something, it's kind of more youthful than the original Petite Noe. The price though is a lot more. So the Petite Noe in the regular, the more classic version is 2003, but wow, this is so much more. It's almost double, 4.8. But I can understand why, because it's fully leather. I think there's more work to, I don't know, cut out the pattern. Yeah. What do you think of this? I think it's kind of cute.
I think it's really beautiful. I love the idea of a white bag, and I think this being the shape that it is, sort of that bucket, but still shoulder carry, and it's a very iconic shape from LV that I like the idea that it's all white. It just gives me this whole um like someone who lives in, or maybe not live, but someone who loves to dress in all pastel, and this would be the perfect classic shape LV bag, but just revamped a little bit that they could wear
Mm.
a lot.
What is that pattern that they use on, like doilies? Is this like crocheting? You know, the ones that they have little holes. I think that's the one.
Oh,
Is that called crochet? Where they make
maybe.
yeah, I
I
think
don't
so. But
think
I
so.
like this because I can visualize a really nice pretty dress, like a skirt that has this kind of
Yeah, yeah,
pattern
yeah.
on it, but now it's on a bag. I don't know, I'm really attracted to that pattern, kind of like doily holes and crocheting. So yeah, but the thing is the price is a lot, but you get a lot of bag though. You get a lot of leather on this.
Yeah,
This
I
is
think it's probably because it's all leather, and because it's such a different, this is not just embroidered, right? It also has the cutouts. So they will, it's a bit more work involved. It's actually embroidered too, like where the cutouts are, they kind of have to sew it around all the edges. Do you see I think anyway, that's what I see. Um I'm guessing if I'm wrong then, but uh, in any case, I do think that there is a bit more the design is a bit more involved. That
It's not just a print, right? Because
yeah,
I mean, this is
yeah,
obviously machine made, right? So you
yeah.
have to like, the machine actually has to sew every
Mhm.
single fleur, and that's a lot of work, right?
It's
So
nice. It's
it's
nice.
nice, it's nice, and it's the only picture. This is like the only picture I tried to look for. Picture with a girl wearing it, and there's nothing. So this is to me like sort of like maybe they're starting to launch something different for the Petite Noe. So there was this only one, not even a different color, not even a different, slightly different pattern, or even anyone modeling it. It's just boom, it was just there. I was like, oh, okay,
But
might
I
be
guess we
something
all know how this bag looks like on anyway.
true.
So just picture
True.
it in white and in leather. Perforated leather.
For real. Okay, I think this is my final bag. Let me just double check. Oh no, I've got one more. Okay, so I picked this because, well, you had the one with the puffiness. I
Mhm.
picked this because I really love this color combination. Again, this beige with white with pink. It's so pretty. It's like rose sakura, but Elma version. It's so cute. It's just so pretty. And they also like rose sakura, they use silver hardware because it would not look good with gold. If you're into pink, at one point where everyone was just so crazy about Rose Ballerine from LV. It was just crazy about this color many years ago. And they pop up with this again. It's called Guimauve. Guimauve.
Guimauve. It means marshmallow.
Ah, can it not be any cuter?
Yeah, it's a nice, cute color name too. I mean, marshmallow color. So.
Marshmallow. Oh my gosh. Like a pink
It is a
marshmallow.
very pretty color. I think
Pretty.
yeah. I think
So
even though I
attractive.
didn't like the strap on this bag, I do like this color. That I wouldn't
Right?
mind it either. Yeah.
Exactly. It's a cool tone pastel pink that is not too childish, kindergarten like. Some pinks can do that, but this is just that nice pink that if you're a pink lover, it would be a nice addition. Oh,
Mhm.
marshmallow. Oh my gosh. Well done, LV. Win on the
You know,
name.
I like that the strap is not pink and like more pink, I like that they actually put beige on it. It
Right?
makes it a
The
bit
combo is so
more
nice.
yeah,
It's
oh yeah, it's
so nice.
available. Interesting. But yeah,
I
it's very nice. Like it's a very elegant way of making a funky strap on such a classic bag. I like the color combo, like the
The
whole color
combo
combo
is
including
just
the strap.
superb. It's
Mhm.
it's a nice touch of that brown because this brown complements, I mean, based on the picture, it complements the pink so well.
Mhm.
Oh, I love it. When I saw it, I was like, yeah, it has to come. Not that say I will buy an Elma again, but this is definitely much better than the green that I picked when I was obsessing on the green Elma. This is sort of like the better, more timeless version of an Elma
Mhm.
in a
I agree.
beautiful pink.
Buy it in Paris.
Buy it in Paris, exactly.
Save 10%. Actually, no, more than 10% because 10% on the VAT refund, but then their original price is already lower too. I think it's you
Exactly.
save like maybe 20% when you buy it in Europe.
Exactly. Yeah, you save at least, well, you save, yeah, at least 20% because it's so much cheaper there. Even
Yeah.
the Speedy 20, because when I was on the UK site. So in Singapore it's about 2,800 Singapore dollars. In the UK, even before the tax, and I just, went on and just took a look at it. After conversion, it's 2,400 Singapore dollars. So,
Yeah.
so just buying it online was already 400 Singapore dollars cheaper. Imagine if you could bring it back and get the tax. I was
Mhm.
like, oh yeah, buy it overseas.
We
All
always
right,
say that, but like,
I know.
we still can't really travel. I mean, we can, but uh, I don't know.
So
I
annoying.
was
I know,
just
but a lot of people are going Paris. A
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
people
yeah,
are
yeah.
just
And you should, if you have plans, you should definitely go. But like the last time my parents came to visit, oh my goodness, both ways their flight were delayed for hours. And it's only within Canada. It's so stupid. It's like
I
so
know.
hard to travel now. There's so many delays, cancellation, this, that. Anyway.
Okay, this is the last one. Last one. This is from our last live, which was last week on Goya and Foray Lepage. And I said I picked this north south bag because I am obsessed. Okay, really, to look for the good north south bag that would fit a laptop, A4 paper, and look really good going to work. So I saw this, I was like, oh, there's a north south bag. I don't know, I kind of like it, but at the same time, I feel like maybe it's too formal, too square. But I had to pick it because if you are looking for a north south bag like I am, here's one from LV. They don't have many. It's not a very popular bag style because it's very specific. It's very large. It's usually for work, for laptops, for paper, for documents. But they had two. So they had this version. So it's the Sac Plat PM. And they also had the version which is with the monogram. So the original LVs and all. I thought that would be a bit much, but kind of like it as well. Anyway, I picked the black one. So if you're looking for this, and if I was into, if I was looking for something really formal, I think I would look for LV's version. It's pretty expensive, but it's epi leather, it's full leather, it's lined with microfiber. It comes with this really nice strap. Yeah.
I actually really like this bag because I
You're
had
into black
the
though. You're into
petite,
like
yeah,
full
I
black
had the
stuff.
nano version, right?
Yeah.
And it's really well made, like remembering from the little version that I have. But I think this at least serves because that one was really just like a mobile phone bag, but this one actually serves a purpose. So if you had a lot of documents, but it's still very structured because you know how this bag was actually a really old archival bag
Mm-hmm.
from LV too. It's not exactly the same shape, but it's also called Sac Plat, and it's a bag that people I think in the past would use exactly for that, for documents, or if they were some sort
Paintings.
of artist. Hmm?
Paintings. Yeah.
Yeah,
Artists
paintings.
painting.
If there were some sort of artist that they would put like paintings in it. So it is actually a heritage style. And I think that alone is could be one of the reasons why you would like and would want to buy this bag, especially if you already have a use for it, such as work. I actually quite like this. I like the size because it's practical, and if I was looking for a work bag of some sort, I would definitely look at this too. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I'm on a hunt now for a nice little bag. Because I feel like I just don't want to carry my backpack anymore, which if you want to watch how my ugly backpack looks like, super good. But at the same time, it does really make me look like a schoolgirl with this gigantic bag. And I thought, okay, maybe it's time to upgrade. Upgrade. Look a little better. So yeah, I'm looking for a North South bag and this one popped up. Okay, we're done. All right, that is some stuff that we saw in LV. Not as many as I was hoping for, to be honest. Uh yeah. Anyway, leave a bunch of question marks. I'm gonna come to the chat. I was kind of hoping for more. Like, because we've
Mhm.
been away, like really been it's hot. I'm gonna tie my hair. We've been away from LV for a good 6 months.
Yeah, a good few months. I was surprised to see to not be overwhelmed with the amount of choices. I
I
was
know.
overwhelmed in the sense that I was underwhelmed. I was overwhelmed by how underwhelmed I was. As in, like, I didn't know what to choose almost because I had to go back and like really look again. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna have to choose. I'm gonna have to choose. But it's just so hard when you're not as attracted to what they're churning out anymore. And it's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just maybe me where I'm at and having seen it all in a sense.
Yeah, there's a
Um
lot of colors. So let me just show this one. See, there's a lot of
yeah,
colors
yeah.
and like
Yeah.
this. And
It's the
then
same bags. They're all the same bags that we've already talked about in the past, but just in different colors.
yeah, so I
And I
don't
almost
know.
feel like I didn't want to choose the same bags. It had to be at least different enough for me to talk about it. The puffy quilts. I'm like, I'm happy about
Actually,
that.
I thought you would pick this one. Let me just grab it. I thought you would have picked this bag because you were looking at it for a point, right? This one.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I know. I actually like the regular monogram version better because it's that monogram appeal. It's the it's the appeal of that classic
Mm,
monogram that I like very much about it. Which of course I wouldn't pick the new colors because I already talked about the regular monogram one before.
yeah, there was nothing really. Yeah, I was quite surprised that struggled to look for a lot
Yeah.
of bags. I mean, I picked the one that's sort of like dated in a way, dated in the fashion world, right? Speedy 20. But that's because nothing else really struck, like just smashed me in the face and said, gorgeous, nothing. But I agree with you that the ready to wear is so much better. LV's
Mm.
ready to wear was just like, wow, I could actually pick a few things here and there and say, I like this. Yeah, I really like it.
And I'm almost wondering, totally agree. I'm almost wondering if maybe we're at a point where bags are no longer as exciting. I mean, they're still exciting, but like maybe even the houses themselves, they're running out of ways to reinvent the bags as we all know it. And the only ways that they can make it still fun for luxury shoppers, for example, are to, you know, with their ready to wear, their other things, their accessories.
Yeah, how many designs of bags, right? I mean, we know it. It's just that we're expecting them to churn them out at the same time. We're like scrutinizing, like, oh, ugly. Poor thing. It's really hard to be a luxury house, isn't it?
Well, there's also this whole notion of now that and we've talked about this many times, maybe sometimes it was during and more the members lives, but we have talked about this whole generational switch in a sense, right? Like our generation is getting a bit older now, but we're still shopping, yes. But then the newest generation, which a lot of them are making real money now and have real careers, advancing, they are the newer, younger, fresher generation. So I almost wonder if it's because of that reason that brands are maybe trying to reinvent things more to their taste. So it's no
Definitely.
longer to our taste. It
Oh,
was
come
our
on.
taste for a
We're
long
dying
time,
today, okay? They
but
don't
it's
want
no
us
longer
to.
our taste. I almost feel that way in a sense because
We
I'm
want
like,
the
oh,
new money.
these are
New
different
money.
colors.
New
They're all
money.
nice colors, but I'm like, I don't know. I just like my normal, like classic.
Yeah.
Once in a while, I don't mind a pop of color type of thing, but just
You
like
know
my
what?
taste is so much more kind of stuck in the what was in the 90s, even early 2000s was fine, but like, like that kind of taste, more like that. I don't know.
Yeah,
Maybe I
maybe. But bags, what kind of bags were there? So if you think of it, the bags that we looked at was the Speedies and
mm,
they're still churning them out. They're
they are.
revamping it with colors and all, but we are the ones that's supposed to say ooh ah. But maybe they overdid it. Like at one point there were just so many Speedies of every single color, pattern, painting. I don't know. It was just so many of them, and maybe we just got a little. It was just too much. Oh, too much.
But it's
Giant
too much for
monogram,
us,
small
but I'm
monogram.
almost feeling like it's actually new and fresh for the younger generation, that they would be attracted to it and they would be
Mm.
the ones buying it. I feel. I don't know for sure because I haven't asked them, but if you have a 25-year-old at home, maybe you can ask them.
Yes, anyone here with your 25, no, no, maybe not 25. Like, I think they're not 25, they're already buying, right? So we are looking at the ones that are like the new money 18, 19.
Okay.
What are the
18 to
bags
20.
that they are like, ooh, this is really cool. I saw this on TikTok. Because
I
I don't have
know, it's always TikTok.
I don't have a TikTok. I do have a TikTok, but I sort of like just did it one time and said, okay, this is bad. TikTok is bad for you. Okay. It's a great place to be very creative, but it's a rabbit hole of just lots and lots and lots and lots of, you think Instagram is bad? TikTok is bad. So I stay away from TikTok. I don't even go near it. And
Oh, do
thank
you
goodness
mean
I
it's
don't.
bad that because you're like spending time on your
You
phone?
spend time on it, but at the same
Oh,
time, it's so it's like it's continuous. So you
yeah,
know
it's
like
too
how
fast. You see the
yeah,
one
it's so
thing and then you
fast.
want to move on already, right?
And
Yeah.
reels, I know we're swerving off luxury, but with
Yeah.
reels, I can sit there and I realize when I'm with reels, I'm just swapping a while. I was like, oh, I've
Yeah.
spent already an hour. And TikTok is reels is inspired by TikTok, but
Yeah.
TikTok is even more, it's even more fast paced. So it's like 5 seconds done. It's and you don't even have to do anything. It's just continuously
I
sitting there
know.
like, oh, nonstop, nonstop. I was like, oh my god, this is a rabbit hole of just a lot of things. But if you're a creator, like you're a young creator, TikTok is very creative. It's really difficult to make TikToks unless you're really good at it. You get used to it. But yeah, no, I stay away from it. And thank God I don't have kids, because if I did, you need to know TikTok. You need to understand that um the content is also it can be quite toxic. But luckily I
Mhm.
I don't have to bother with that. But yeah, wow, TikTok, man. Maybe that's where the LVs are getting the inspiration from, the kind of bags, the design, the styles. Not for us.
I made a TikTok account, but I never go on it.
I did one.
Just had to
I
at
just said,
least have
okay.
my name and like I took it. That's it. I never even I'm like, "Ugh." I'm actually bored. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't even. This is just like so much. It's like so much content, but it's
It's
so
so
fast.
much it's so
Yeah.
much. I made a
Yeah.
TikTok when I was in quarantine. The first quarantine, I
I
was like,
think
okay,
it
I'm
was
so
around
bored.
that time. Yeah.
I was like, we did one, and then I was like, wow, I spent 3 hours doing this one TikTok. And obviously, because I'm not good at it, and I said, you know what? That's rubbish. So I never go on it again. All
I
right, let me just go look at
saw
some
the
comments.
comments and I thought it was so funny. From Joe, sorry, but my MSTs only get babying for the first 2 months, and after that, goes in the washing machine with the Zara and H&M.
Yes.
You know what? That's good because I want my clothes to be worn and I want to
Mhm.
be able to care for them. Or
Yeah,
just like throw it in a machine and still be fine. So
it's fine.
more people reaffirming that, my Alma is ready to
Fine.
wear can be in the washing machine. I love that. I love
Yeah.
that.
You just
And
need to be
that's what I'll do.
careful of which ones, right? So most of mine are cotton and maybe some
Mm,
of them a little thicker viscose or whatever, polyester. But obviously with silk, then it's just like, oh crap. But in the
right.
first place, if it is silk, I would probably have said no, thank you. It's just too much work unless it's so
Well,
amazing.
I will say though, all my Lily Silk, I know it's not really the same branding, but all my Lily Silk, I just throw it in the washing machine. It's totally fine.
Mm.
But
I do as well.
yeah, but for my well, I actually don't put I haven't washed my Chanel silk yet, but then for all my um Hermes or any other yeah, Balmain, like any sort of like more expensive shirts that are either cotton or wool, I will still wash them in the most delicate cycle. Like I said, my washing machine is quite new, so it has that very, very fragile cycle.
Mm.
And I will always, like you said, put it in a wash bag, no matter what, because they are just like hundreds of dollars versus H&M, which is what, $20. Actually, I don't own any H&M, but beside the point. So like you definitely still want to care for them a bit more, but I still throw them in. And I do always check that once it's done, you take it out right away, you fluff it back, you kind of straighten it. Like you do want to care for it a bit more. Like you can't just leave it there and like
Yeah.
come in after a couple hours. Like you can't.
I might be guilty of some of that. Okay, so Chris, the main issue with I have with LV leather bags is the weight. I have to agree on this because some of their leather bags are super heavy. Especially that leather, that bull leather, right?
Mhm.
Tyrillian. They use it on their very famous capucine bag.
Yeah.
The little guy, you pick it up, you're like, what is that? Is that a rock? So it's mainly just for that. I would get that capucine in the smaller size, but anything that's sort of more functional, it's not functional because it's super, super heavy. So yeah, I gotta be careful with LV leathers. It's yeah, they make it really well. They make thick leather, all the things that we want. But on the downside, it's a rock.
Yeah, I guess I only have one LV bag that's the leather and it's the empreinte leather from the Twice bag. That's the
Sometimes not
only
too bad.
LV leather bag that I have ever owned, I think. Everything else has been canvas with leather trims.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's why I never got into their full, really big, especially the larger size leather bags, because I always noticed the weight. Because even when you go canvas, larger size, it gets heavy too. I have
Yeah.
had a couple in the past that was when I was still really early on buying LV, and at the time also larger bags are still pretty much the bags that you would want to buy back then. Not just the trend, but also everyone bought more larger bags in the past. I think it was just sort of that idea that you get more bag for a buck. Um, Too heavy.
Too
Never
heavy.
wanted to carry them. Probably like wore them less than 5 times each and sold them. So yeah, I would agree that it's probably not just LV, but especially LV when they do larger bags, even in canvas, they can sometimes be very, very heavy.
Yes. So my Lockme BB, when I had it, and if you watch my unboxing, I took it out and I said, "Oh, it was a true reflection of." I was like, "Wow, this got a bit of weight, huh?" Because I got it online and I haven't actually tried it, so I just liked the look. I thought I was looking for a nice bag. The bag itself, even though it's not the Tyrillian leather, it's that just that grain calf skin leather. It's got a bit of weight already, and the chain was also really heavy. So
Mm,
it was a 1 plus 1 equals 3. It was so heavy. But what made me really enjoy that bag and sort of made it functional for me was that somehow it could fit my Fendi strap. So it made it top handle. And because I wasn't using the strap as a shoulder strap, it was sort of like if it was there, I would use it. But because I could hold it with my hand, I didn't feel the weight as much. But it was definitely already a heavy bag with the leather plus a really substantial chain. I don't know why they did that. I guess it's again, trying to address people like us who say, "Oh my gosh, it's very thick, it's substantial." But when you actually make it for a bag and you put everything together, it's not such a great idea. Yeah. So anyway, I agree. So sometimes the weight of the leather and plus with the chain, wow.
yeah. I'm seeing a lot of comments about the Speedy 20, the Speedy 25. Yes, and I saw this. I wish. Oh
No,
no.
we're not.
No
We're just
travel
saying
plans.
go there and get it. We're not going.
No travel plans, but would love to go. There's so many flights actually that are very cheap. But I am nervous about those cheap flights because they can get canceled, which has happened to my friend. Got canceled. In fact, one of my husband um husband's patient told him that they were supposed to go to Vietnam
Mm.
for their wedding. Or is it their wedding or someone else's wedding? I think it was their wedding. And apparently it was canceled and the flight was reported back to the next day, but they never even got a notification. Nobody
Oh,
told them. The only reason why they found out is because they checked online. They checked online their flight status and it said canceled. And it was
never
like
mind. I
the
better
next
check,
day.
huh?
Like it's so crazy. Like it's so unpredictable with, I see all these great prices, like great flights. You can go to, like literally I can go to Sydney for $550 round trip. I'm like, are you kidding me? Like usually it's like 5 times that price at least. Um, but I don't know if I would trust that, because I know it can get delayed, canceled, and if I get stuck, like, oh my
Yeah.
goodness, there's so many things. I'm a
You know,
bit
the thing I realize about flights now is that you can't buy them too far ahead.
yeah,
If
that too.
you have a week, you've got a weekend coming up in a week or maybe 2 weeks at most, you just make this decision and go and enjoy and come back. Because
Yeah.
I bought flights recently, like 3-4 months ahead, and they get changed. I was like, what? And it's such a hassle. So yeah, if you got a holiday coming up, you got a weekend, like this is a long weekend. So many people just bought their flights like last. I knew some friends like last weekend. They said, "Oh, there's a long weekend. We're gonna go to Phuket." And I was like, "When do you buy a ticket?" Yesterday. It's like what? Because of so much changes, and people just say, "You know what? It's okay. I'll pay the extra $300-400 because I haven't been traveling at all, so it's fine." I'm going to pull this comment because I think I asked this question: how much can it fit? And this was in response to the Speedy 20. So YPF 7717, yes, a small water bottle, a small umbrella, music to my ears. I see a lot of people interested in the Speedy 20, huh?
Are they actually a lot of them own it
And you
and they
own
love
it.
it.
Oh, you
Yeah.
love it. Oh my god, it
Either
feels
the
bad.
old one with the non-adjustable or the new one with the adjustable. Everyone's enjoying it. It is a really good bag. I think
Good bag, huh?
it's a good contender for you, Kat, if you ever feel the need to splurge somewhere.
Ah, I know. I don't need to splurge on anything now, but you know, we'll talk about it as a members tomorrow. So
I know. um, I guess I already did my splurge when I bought the Nano Speedy. So it's sort of one of those things when I bought it at the time I was thinking it's just that nostalgia. Like I love the idea of just your most curated collection and all. But once in a while I do feel bored. I'm like, hey, I do want to wear monogram because
I
it's still a
know.
classic, but it's
I
just
think
that
that's what I'm feeling right now. I'm feeling like
mm,
you can see my two bags and the three of them like a puddle of my toolbox because I just did a video. I just did a video on my most useful bags.
yeah.
Boring, boring, boring. I'm sorry. It's just boring. It's just boring. They're beautiful bags, but they are slightly boring because they're just, I mean, how much more
I
exciting
wouldn't
can you be? Okay, plain
yeah.
leather bag.
I think sometimes we do say boring, but we don't actually mean boring.
Yeah,
We,
yeah, it's
we
not that kind of boring. It's just like,
yeah.
oh, give me some color, give me some
Yeah, you
something,
just want to change it
something.
up sometimes.
Yeah,
It's almost the same as um I don't know. You could be doing different things in your own city, but then you're like, oh, but it's always the same place. Like it's all you're going to the same place all the time. Let's go on vacation, like somewhere
yeah.
really somewhere else, not in your own hometown. It's kind of just like that. It's not like your own city is boring, but you just kind of like, oh, I'm tired of doing going to the same place,
You
eating the
need
same
something
thing,
fresh,
seeing the
right?
same people.
Fresh. So it's a bit like the Chanel dad sandals, right? Because if you look at the dad sandals, it's like, oh my god, how much more boring can those orthotic shoes look like? Be they're most comfortable, they're the best for your feet. And then Chanel says, we're gonna jazz it up, do something to it. And it was just the most exciting thing ever. So I don't know. I just feel like maybe that's why I'm coming back to the monogram a bit. I'm just like, yeah, I don't mind a little something, but
Yeah.
does it last? So if you're thinking about long term, again, will I go through the phase of like, I'm sick of monogram? But I like that. I like the fact that somebody said, wait, let me pull it out again. Where was it? From why Oh, where is it? It was like you said it was your, oh, there we go. YP. It is actually the only monogram item in my collection now. I can see it because it's just enough of canvas that it's not too much in a good size.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, I'm feeling it. Go to Paris and buy it.
Yeah.
Let me just see. I saw some.
Oh,
Oh,
I
okay.
find yes, it's
Yes,
eyelet lace. Yes.
yes. Thank you, thank you.
I was gonna
Eyelet,
say lace, but I'm like, oh, but it's not just lace.
eyelet. I like that. I think it's a very flattering. It when it's on bags or tops or skirts, it's actually really pretty and feminine. So, I'm gonna pull this one out. Jamel. If you want a good, practical, stylish work bag, check out Nomo London. They do water resistance nylon as well as leather work bags. There's a cute crossbody bags. Ooh, thank you. I'm gonna write
Mm.
that down and check it out because I don't want to
Yeah,
spend too
so
much on a
in
work
terms of
bag.
I like this these kinds of suggestions because in terms of work bags, I never would use an actual high-end luxury brand just because yeah, you can't throw them around. You can't be too careful with them, and
Exactly.
even if you were to drive and all that, I don't know. I just want to be able to like rush, get in my car, throw it down, like like that kind of thing. So I would totally, yeah, totally normally not suggest any luxury bags for
For
work,
work.
but some people do like them for work. So there is, to each their own, of course. Myself, I never buy luxury bags for the purpose of work for sure. I think in
Yeah,
the past maybe I thought about it, but
same.
I realize it's not
But it's
worth
not
it.
it's not that practical. It's not to say it's not practical. It's like because they use such great quality leather and la 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 la, it actually it's it's a flip side for a work bag because sometimes work bags it can get so heavy.
Yeah.
Paper, documents, your computer, your wires, everything actually adds up. Which is why I used a backpack from Crumpler for 10 years because it's got cushy, like squishy shoulder handles. It's got pockets all inside. It's super light as a bag. It's got compartments. So if that was a full leather LV bag, goodbye back, shoulder, spine. It's not the most ergonomical. But yeah, I've been just thinking that I don't want to look like a school kid anymore. So maybe I'll check this out. Yeah, no more London. Yeah, nylon is a good nylon. Even those from Goya, I think, which is really thin. But do they last? Can they take the weight of what work bags can be? It's so heavy, so many compartments. Things just they add up so fast.
I see this comment and I'm like, yes, I want to come to Hawaii.
Right?
Hawaii, I think yeah, Hawaii is at least closer to me enough that I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind just like, like Kat said, if I had some sort of free time coming up and I decide last minute that I want to go, I could totally see myself just book it and whatever. If it gets canceled, it gets canceled, but at least, I tried.
How far is Hawaii
Well, it's
from?
still a 6-hour flight from here, but,
Oh, that's
you know,
okay.
we are already, like, in the whole Canada, right? We are already at the most west side of Canada, so really it's just, like, going that way, and, it's much better than me coming from Montreal, because then it's, like, Montreal to Vancouver and then Vancouver to Hawaii, so, it's already I'm at the closest of where I am in the whole country already, so it's not so bad.
Yes. Oh, okay, and I'm gonna pull this comment. Sold all my monogram pieces over the years. Kept the Epi Elma, and the Speedy. Just recently purchased the Speedy 20 non-adjustable strap, and so love it. I think I need it.
Everyone loves it. It's a
Everyone
sign,
loves
Kat.
it. Everyone loves it. Okay, okay, okay. That's it. I am telling somebody in the UK to buy it for me.
I know. It's too bad that I don't know if it's because of Brexit, but you know how before I was able to shop, like do personal shopping with Selfridges,
Mm-hmm.
and
Oh, I didn't know that.
that's how I bought the twice. I contacted the personal shopper that works at Selfridges. I paid, and they charged me shipping, but they remove that, and they ship it, and then of course when it gets here, I
You pay
get
tax.
I pay tax again on it, but it's still in the end I still save because their original price is already cheaper. So the tax, it kind of cancels out each other, right? The
But it's
duty that
still a
I have to
cheaper
pay here,
item.
but it's still cheaper because the original price is already lower than it is in North America. So if you could have done that, like I ever since Brexit, I don't know if it's the Brexit or if it's pandemic, I'm not sure which one it is, but ever since then, I haven't been able to contact any of the personal shoppers. They
Ooh.
Yeah, they don't reply, and also I think I once I even tried to call them and they said something along the lines of that they're not doing it for the moment, and I couldn't
Mm.
remember if it was because of the pandemic. It was probably the pandemic at that time, but then now there's Brexit too, so
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. Like, I like to buy stuff from Selfridges. I usually buy most of my makeup, like Hermes makeup, from Selfridges, because it is significantly cheaper than Singapore. Like, I know we have to buy stuff, but sometimes I just cannot pay at least 50% more for makeup because I know I'm going to toss it one day,
yeah.
right? So, yeah, I buy my makeup on Selfridges. It's already cheaper, um, just the retail price. And I have global shipping. So I pay like $40 per year and I just get them shipped so much more economical. It's all free. After that, I mean, multiples become free. And yeah, it's still a better price to buy from Selfridges, and just because the retail is, it's already taken up and you don't pay the tax, you don't pay the local tax, they already deduct
Mhm.
it off.
Yeah. But like with I think the way you signed up, it's like within the company, like they offer it to everyone. But I think with LV and Chanel, you have to use a personal shopper because normally you
Mm-hmm.
can't just buy it
Yeah.
online like that. So, um, I yeah, I honestly don't know what happened. I think after the pandemic, I didn't try contacting them again because I think I tried to buy a couple times from LV there. Even Chanel, I tried to buy from them, but it just didn't work out because they would stop. Like I had all their contacts on my WhatsApp, and then now they just none of them even reply to me. The last few times I contacted them, they all didn't reply. So I just assumed it was over, that there was no more service like that.
Mm.
But if you guys know, if you are in London area and you know that maybe they resumed or maybe they just stopped it, let us know. Because it would be
Okay.
nice to just once in a while when you really can't find it here to still be able to get someone that legitimately can get you the items. And they're legitimate because they come from Selfridges, Selfridges and the store inside Selfridges. They're all genuine, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Lynn's got a question. Kat, what about the rodeo for your Hermes? I do have a rodeo. It was gifted like several years ago from a subscriber, many years ago. I don't know. I like it, and I don't know. It- Would you buy a rodeo? I feel like they're really overpriced, and they're cute, and you can get it. It's kind of nice, but at the same time, I'm not a charm person for my bags. I like my bags as is. I'll add if I really find that the black bag is super plain. And yes, they're Kelly, the Birkin, they are super plain. But I don't know. I just kind of like it that way. I don't know. Maybe I haven't found the right rodeo. Maybe it was like like a tonal one. So it's black on black rodeo or white on white rodeo. Then maybe I would. I don't know. What do you think of rodeos?
So I was gonna say I'm definitely not a charm person either, but if I were to buy one rodeo, it would be if I had a black, say if I had a black Kelly or Birkin, I would buy a completely black one and a mini
Mm,
size. Just one.
just
I
one.
think
Yeah.
yeah, because if I already have another black bag, I have the picotin, so I could interchange like so if I had another black Birkin Kelly, whatever, then yeah, I can interchange them. And I think for me, having the one would be more than enough. Because it's just I think it's just the idea that it's such a novelty item that I wouldn't mind having one. But if I
Yeah.
didn't have it, I wouldn't cry about it either. I'd just be happy not having one either.
I mean, I brought it up to my essay. I said, "Can I get a rodeo?" And he's like, "No."
I think
It's
they're very
either
hard to come by,
very
right?
hard to get, as everything
Yeah.
is just super. It's even worse than getting a bag, actually. And if you want a particular color, like black on black, it's probably VIP only. Worse than getting the bag, actually. The black on black kind of rodeos. And if you want to get it with the wings, the Pegasus, oh my gosh, you wait. You wait.
I think that's why I'm not so oh sorry, I did I do that? I think that's why I'm not really after one and I'm not really like desperate or sad or happy, whatever emotions associated with it because it's a novelty item. I think if I was offered one day and it's just black, I would be really happy that I was offered one and I would take it, but otherwise I'm okay with not having it too. Yeah.
True.
It
Yeah, no,
doesn't
I know.
really make me like so excited to have one either, but I wouldn't mind having one if it was offered one. It's kind of that
Yeah, of
already.
course.
Yeah.
Take it. Take it.
Yeah.
And then we'll call Mel and Mel be like, you look, we got a rodeo to add to her rodeo tree. Oh,
Oh, but that's different. She loves them. I for me it's like I'm indifferent. But I will have one if it's the exact one I want, you know.
great. I'm gonna pull this because I think this is an amazing recommendation. Kellen Marion. Get a Samsung Air Dresser. Can do a so-called dry clean at home.
Mm.
What is this? What machine is this?
I think it's just like a little it's like a box where you can put you hang clothes and you can put it inside and then it will do some sort of like I don't know exactly the technology, but I wonder if it's like UV or maybe there is something you
Oh,
can insert and then it will like do that. Because dry cleaning is really like chemical
chemical.
cleaning, I think, right? It doesn't actually use water. It's just using I think from what I remember reading, it's just like blowing air and a chemical around to clean your clothes. So
Yep.
I think it's similar idea. I think I remember seeing, but I don't know if the ones that you buy for home, if they use a product or if it's just like a UV or whatever. But then
Mm,
yeah, how do you get rid of the stains when there's stains? That's what I'm wondering.
mm. I don't know. I think they probably need to use chemicals on it.
Yeah,
But I'm
let me
gonna
just
pull
look it
this
up.
question
Samsung.
to Eileen. If teas are made of cotton, why need to dry clean? Other cottons can be washed. I don't comprehend. I only see dry clean on H teas. The reason is because I mean this is one of the reasons because cotton, especially if your teas got dye, like uh, let's say like my green one, like for example this top, this black dye, if you wash it with water, it may leak and you'll get it on the whites. So usually even with cotton t-shirts, sometimes the dye can I don't know, come into the water and you spoil your cotton because cotton will absorb, other parts of the cotton will absorb the color. So usually they'll ask you to dry clean if they know that that t-shirt that they have made contains a lot of dye. That's one reason. And then of course dry cleaning, you wouldn't be like stretching it. Water will stretch the fibers. Oh, is that the one?
Yeah,
Ooh.
so this is the Samsung Air Dresser. and I guess like it looks like this, right? So it literally is like a box where you can hang clothes in it. It's supposed to refresh your garment, release wrinkles, it sanitizes them, and it deodorizes them. And so okay, jet stream, da 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 da.
It probably
Remove
uses
99%
steam
of
or something.
bacteria, dust mites. So yeah, see, you have like hangers. You can hang your clothes. Oh, there is some jet stream stuff coming. So I like for me, yeah, I remember something like that. But just I just don't know if you actually need to insert any like products right here, like in a chamber where, or does it just use steam? I'm not sure, but uh let's see. No separate water line or professional installation, no refillable water reservoir. But yeah, you can put like quite a few garments, and on the side you can put your accessories as well. You just plug it in the wall. Okay, so there is, it looks like something that maybe you can put, or is that just the
This is
filter?
fantastic. Honestly, like if you have a lot of clothes that need to be dry cleaned, this is a good investment. Really. It's
Yeah.
pricey, but if you think of it, every time you bring a garment for dry cleaning, it's 50, $60. Depending, it's a coat, it's like $100 or something. Wow.
It says jet stream, so I'm just assuming they use some sort of like, what do they use then? It says that you don't need to, there's no reservoir, all that. So what does it use? Or do you just plug it into
Maybe you plug it into a wall. Oh, I don't know. It's
yeah.
kind of like too. Wow, Wi-Fi and everything.
Yeah.
I'm just
Yeah.
waiting for the local version to come out, like Panasonic, no, local, like, Media or something. And it'll be half the
Yeah,
price.
it does take up space. Like it would also mean that you have a pretty big wardrobe. Okay, everyone's giving it bad reviews. What's going on? I'm just reading the reviews. What?
Well, if it's the first one, always the innovator gets like the
True,
worst
true,
reviews, right? Because
true,
people
true.
expect it to be like the best. So just give it a while, spend on your dry cleaning, and then one day invest
But
on
it's
a
also like,
whole.
my point is sometimes some people might have the wrong expectations. Like I feel like this is something that you need to have, like your wardrobe has to look at least like that. You actually have the space to put something like this, and it actually has to be worthwhile enough for you. Let's say you do rotate through your suits or your silk dresses, whatever, on a daily basis where you don't even have time to go to the dry cleaners, or maybe it would be so much more expensive for you to just always bring things to your dry cleaner, then this would be definitely worthwhile. But for me, where I only like maybe like once in a blue moon need to dry clean something, I just spot clean. Like I spot clean everything that I wear. If I can put it in the washing machine, I would. Even
Mm,
if when sometimes it says no, I will still do it. As long as I've tried it and it works and it's okay, then I will keep doing it. Of course, I wouldn't recommend it to someone else just because I don't want them to ruin their clothes. But if it's me doing my to my own, I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
totally.
But yeah,
Cool.
that's that. And it says 2000. I'm assuming, yeah,
It's
2000
quite a
kilometers.
bit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Quite a
yeah.
bit. I mean, it's a new thing, right? It's new-ish. I don't know how old it is, but it's the first time
I've
I'm hearing
known
about it.
about this. Yeah, I've known
Oh,
about this. But I
not a
just
not a
don't
re-
exactly know
not a
what
not a device or an equipment that most people will buy, right? This is definitely
200
if you
pounds.
have a lot of this kind of
Mhm.
clothes, but most people, majority would dump it into the washing machine.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. Yeah. But anyway, something like this does exist, and,
Interesting.
if
Thank
if
you,
you need
Kevin.
it, then great. It will be useful for you. For me,
Okay,
I
but
think it's just a waste of space for me, and I don't need something like this for sure.
Chris, what color would you recommend aside from black, white, blue, gray, beige for bags to have have longer longevity. Wow.
Those are all the colors that are great for longevity. I'm not sure. Oh, brown? Brown?
Brown?
Brown? Yeah.
But she probably covered it in beige. Okay. Actually, you could go for like dark greens. Dark greens. So where it's almost like,
Burgundy.
yeah, burgundy, forest green, like the really deep khaki green, that kind of like army green colors. Those would be very good for longevity. Burgundy, so kind of like maybe the darker tone of those that you will not see. So like red, instead of red, because that maybe is too bright, you go for the burgundy. Green by itself, maybe you go for the dark green, the forest green.
Yeah, but I wouldn't go outside of that. Like I wouldn't do a purple because I tried. I think unless you
Yeah.
are a purple person, then sure, go ahead. But I know for even you would think, right? Pink is kind of close to purple sometimes, but even for true pink lovers, they find purples to be clashing. So I
Mm,
find I wouldn't go outside of the colors you mentioned, plus the khakis, the burgundy. I wouldn't go beyond that because I think burgundy is such a classic and sort of like well-known, um, accepted neutral that it's okay. The khakis as well. So, but as outside of that, I wouldn't.
what do you think of silver?
Well,
What
silver
color?
I definitely like, and I think silver is actually a very easy to like a very flashy color that's easy to incorporate.
Yep.
Same as gold, but then where do you draw the line then? Like you,
Well, this is just for longevity. It's not necessarily like to have longer longevity. I think I think gold up to a certain age can get a bit like, oh, that's just too much. But I think silver, like a metallic silver bag, can work.
I see them as being equal because
What?
I do believe that, for example, if you're in say Indian culture, gold is like the color to get in their jewelry
Mm.
and like anything that they wear, their wedding gowns. So I feel like silver and gold are very equal. It's just your preference, really. I tend to prefer silver only because I do very, very well with cool tone stuff based on my skin tone. But I don't see gold as being inferior. It's just your preference, really.
Mm. Yeah, true, true, true. Trying to think about other colors. Any other colors? Definitely not orange. I just turned around and saw an orange box. Like, no, definitely not for longevity. Uh, yeah, I think that's about it,
I think
isn't
that's
it?
all. Like I'm thinking of all the color of the rainbows, it's all included here, except yellow, orange, and purple. Yeah, they're all included already because red is included in burgundy, green is included in khaki,
Yeah,
blue and navy, they're the same. Well, not same, but like same family.
telecast family. Yeah, that's about it. Yeah, if those are like super neutral, like just so neutral that again, brown. Yeah,
It's
brown.
hard. Yeah, brown is the only like beige would be a light.
Brown is the middle color. Like if you mix everything together, it always turns out to be brown. In the color wheel, brown in the middle. So everything goes with
Well,
brown.
I think of brown like the Hermes gold color. It's so neutral, right?
Mm,
So that's why I think that's like brown would be, and LV also. LV canvas is brown,
brown, brown. Yeah, most
and it
neutral
goes
of
with
all.
everything.
Oh yeah, Joe, Tumi. Thank you. That's another brand that I should
Mm,
look for. Yeah,
mhm.
Tumi. Tumi. I need a north-south bag. Okay, a question from Vivi. What do you think of a new what do you think of the new carry-all bag? It seems very practical. Thank you. New
Which new
carry-all.
carry-all
Which new
from LV?
carry-all? In LV?
Is there a new one that's called carry-all?
Take a look. I no. I'm not sure. Wow, Sakura saying that her friend got a Pegasus for her first bag when she got it in Hermes, Singapore. Lucky.
Okay, so I
Lucky.
found it. So it looks like it just looks like a briefcase, but almost like half briefcase, half let me share.
Okay.
Keep all. Because it's not
What?
quite as bulky as a keep all, but it's a little bit bulkier than a regular briefcase.
Oh, I think I saw this. Wait, I think I did.
Is this it? Is this the one?
Carry-all. It's cute. I mean, for a carry-all. Hide the comment.
So why do they offer it? What is
What's the
it?
size?
It says 16-inch by 10-inch. 16. So it's a little bit. It's like a bit more than a feet, like 4 inches more than a feet. So like it's pretty big, isn't it? 16-inch. Let's see.
It's like a 35, like a Speedy 35
centimeters. Okay, so it's 40 centimeter
okay.
by 10.6. Let's see, 10.6.
Oh, Joanne is saying it's not that one.
Oh, okay, never
Not
mind.
that one. Okay. Oof.
And which one is it? That's the only one I found.
Carry-all. It's the one. Okay, wait. It's the one that is a combo never full. Combo never full. What is this?
Let me see if I can still search it. Or maybe it's not here on the Canadian side. Carry-all.
Graceful? It's called a graceful? Wait,
oh, wait a minute. Okay.
seen that
This one is also called
graceful.
carry-all. Like what? Okay. Let me
Like a
share
tote.
again.
Okay. Let's take a look. Thank you. Because we're like, what? That's how far.
You see this?
No, hang on.
So
Oh,
this is
is
a
it
PM size and an MM size as well.
Oh. Yeah.
It looks
Okay.
like this.
Okay.
Oh, it comes with a little pouch also.
I like the strap.
Yeah,
I
it's
like the shoulder strap.
adjustable. And I'm guessing this part you knot it so that you close it, I guess. I don't know how I feel about that, the knot part. But if I were to go to MM size, so that's the MM size. Oh, yeah, much bigger. Much bigger.
I love the fact that the luxury houses are so committed to bring the big bags back. Bags are getting bigger.
So there's a little luggage tag. The straps have some adjustable holes on the side. Like you can kind of adjust the length of it up to like here. There's a looks like a detachable pouch, flat pouch. Looks like you can kind of just knot it to close it.
That's really large.
And
I think I
your
prefer the
feet.
okay. So most people are getting the PM size. So PM is better.
Yeah. PM size. Let's look at the PM size again. Yeah, the PM size is definitely more of a purse size.
Yeah.
MM is more like a work bag size.
I don't know. How much is it? $3,000.
$3,000. So plus tax, closer to 3.3, 3.4. So I think the price is a bit high for how simple this bag is. I mean, I do kind of like it, but do I like it enough? No, probably not.
See the one. Click the picture in the middle. Let's see that. How does it look like on the inside?
No, it won't click. It would just, that's it. Yeah. Oh. But what I can do is I can maybe just like.
Don't they have like
enlarge the.
Right. Okay. Here we go. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Let's see.
But this is me enlarging the browser. So.
Yeah.
So that's why the font is super big. But yeah. It's nice.
Yeah, it's nice. I mean, it's just a hobo bag. I like the extra pocket. I think it even has a zip on the inside. So
yeah,
pretty good. Oh, it comes with a magnetic closure so that So the little strings are just for decorative purposes. Truly,
Is it magnetic?
yeah, there's a magnet there. I can see the magnet there.
Does it say? Okay, I know you see
There,
it, but I
magnet.
wonder.
Yeah.
I just want to
Oh.
read it. Sorry.
Yeah, leather lace and magnet closure.
I see. Okay, yes. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, magnetic. Thank you.
Okay.
It's nice. Actually, I like the way she's
Cute.
holding it like this. It
Yeah.
actually looks nice.
It is cute.
Functional for sure.
But would you buy it though? Like you were thinking about the Speedy 20 and then you look at this and
I
this is
don't
even more,
know.
you know? You know what I
It's
mean?
nice. I think if you're looking for a hobo bag, um but I have to say I'm not so sure about the extendable straps.
Yeah, I don't
So
like those.
yeah, if you scroll back up, right? If you scroll back up.
This part,
So
right?
another picture, maybe turn to another one. Let's
This
see
one?
another one. Can you go to another one? See, because the strap, the without extending, the strap is thick. Okay, you see, it's thick, right? From that picture. And so if you were to extend it, like lengthen it and make it taller, I
Oh, it's
think
so
it would look
annoying.
weird. Like, because the majority of the one before the buckle is thicker, and then past the buckle is thin. So if I were to visualize extending that bit, then you have this inch or 2 inches of thinner strap. I just think it kind of looks weird. You get what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel how do I feel? Yeah, I personally wouldn't go for it, but I think because it's a canvas bag and they and I like canvas, don't get me wrong. I really like LV canvas. But
Mm.
sometimes when you do LV canvas and you kind of bend it, because this is a hobo, right? You can't really bend it and all. I don't know about that being always manipulated, especially because the edges are kind of curved in. They're not like
Mhm.
a straight line too, right? It's not like the Neverfull where everything's straight. And the Neverfull is actually kind of structured in a sense. The only way that you're squishing it is when you're wearing it on your shoulder and
Yeah.
you're just squishing it that way. But it's just, you're not really bending the fabric in a weird way. It's only like one way and you're like closing it basically. This one, I don't know about this part being always kind of bending in different ways. I also don't like this strap thing. I think when you're using the magnetic closure, it will be more than enough, but then you have these strap like hanging out. I don't like that. Um, I don't mind that they do this extendable, like the whole shoulder strap can be longer and shorter. I like that, but that's just one feature,
I
and
know.
the price
And I
is
don't know
really
how
high.
often you would use it. Like, I mean,
Yeah,
I yeah, it's good
yeah,
to have. I think good to have, definitely for sure.
yeah.
It's nice. I just think yeah, it's kind of Is it expensive? Three
It is.
thousand. Well, it comes with
And
a lot though. It comes with the strap, the luggage tag. It comes with an extra baggie pouch.
it does, but it's also all these things that is kind of useless. They're adding it for bells and whistles, and they're charging
Mm,
you for it. Like, I feel like for the Neverfull especially, I've almost never used the pouch inside. I
pouch.
always remove it.
Yeah.
I use the bag only. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I have that pouch. I can always use it, but I never use it. So I always never use it. So I feel like this is another scenario of not only do they, they add all these things to make it kind of worth it, but they really charge you for it. At least the Neverfull, for a very long time, it was very affordable. And the addition of the pouch, yes, they did increase the price after they added the pouch, but it was still sort of quite affordable back then. It was still under 2000. So I kind of see the value in the Neverfull more. And to be honest, if I went for canvas bags, I want their most simple canvas bag, the Speedies and the Neverfulls. That's all I want.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're the 90s kids.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry. All right. Noe. Okay. Thoughts on the Tory Burch Lee Razili Will bag? It's a Kelly lookalike. Wow, you guys, I have a lot of interesting bags. Tory Burch. I'm telling you, I will have never seen a Tory Burch bag. Just straight up Lee Razili. Okay, Lee Razili.
You're looking it up.
Oh my goodness, it is a copycat. Let me just. All right, I'm looking it up. Hang on, give me a second. Wow, that's a straight up copy.
You know,
Share my.
copycats are not bad all the
It's
time.
not that bad, but
It's just another option, right? I don't think there's right or wrong really, unless it's unless it's a clear replica, then yes, then it's wrong.
There we go.
Yeah, but you know, a lot of brands do similar to the Kelly shape, so it's not like a big
It's
deal.
not entirely, but you know.
Yeah. It's kind of cute actually. Well,
Yeah.
obviously, because it looks like a Kelly.
It's not really, all right. The way it's opening, it's very different. You see, it opens like this.
Yeah, it's
The bigger
actually
version.
cute. It has that
It has a little bit like a peekaboo, huh? It's like a pick. If it was like a peekaboo plus the Kelly had a baby, it's kind of like that.
for this size, right? The other one is also the same bag, right?
Yeah, it's like
Or the mini size, the mini size.
peekaboo Kelly gave birth, and there
But
we
what
go.
about the mini size?
The mini size, I can't tell how it looks like open though. I can't tell. Maybe it doesn't have a flap. Yeah, maybe it doesn't have a flap. It's just you open it like the way I open
Oh,
my toolbox. You just
yeah,
open,
okay, yeah.
no flap
It's
over.
kind of cute, actually.
Yeah.
You know, this would be something that I would have bought or that I would have liked to buy if I was like 15 years old, you know? I'd be like, ah, it's cute bag. And, you know, you don't know anything about Kellys and Birkins at that point, or at least at the time, I didn't know anything about it. So, um,
It's okay. It's not bad. I think it's kind of creative to do it, especially when it open like this. You can't.
mhm.
It's not
Okay,
bad
let's be real. This way is so much easier than the Kelly, okay?
for sure. That's why it's exactly why I said it's like the Kelly and the peekaboo
Mm,
had a
yeah.
and they had a baby. It's exactly that. Yeah. Though they have other versions of it as well. This
Okay.
I don't know how this small one. Oh, there we go. So this is. Oh wait, Farfetch. Okay, maybe Farfetch has. Oh, there it is.
Oh, yeah, it is really cute.
Yeah. Oh look,
Really cute, actually.
that's a lot of buttons though.
Are those buttons? Like the
I think they
magnet?
snap together. There. I don't know what is that.
Oh, interesting.
Okay. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. The mini size. So people say mini size is very cute. Okay. Okay. I don't know. I wouldn't buy it. I'm sorry.
No, I wouldn't buy either, but I was just saying how if I was like in high school, and all I could afford is actually I couldn't even afford Tory Burch. I'm sorry, but if I could afford it, that would be something I would buy when I was much younger. Because I wouldn't be thinking about Birkins and Kellys when I was
Yeah, for
15.
sure.
No
Yeah.
way.
I
Yeah.
had a Tory Burch bag um quite a number of years ago, and they're good bags. The thing is, also they use really heavy leather. I don't know about now, but the bag that I had was a top handle bag. I remember it was bright yellow, and it was the time where I was kind of crazy with Kate Spade and Tory Burch. And this bag was quite heavy. Leather, full leather bag. Pretty decent price. I sold it in the end because it was just not like kind of heavy, like just a lot of leather heavy. So this bag, I don't know if, because it looks like it's a lot of leather.
I actually do find it's true though. I do find that a lot of the contemporary brands bags are heavier.
Hmm.
They sometimes can be lighter, but a lot of times they are heavier.
The way it's
And
constructed, right? Sometimes like they have some solid base or something.
yeah,
Heavy,
yeah, yeah.
heavy. There is
But
another brand. Not local. I would say it's local, but actually it's made in Germany. Uh, Braun Buffel. Have you heard of it? It's quite popular in Singapore and also in Malaysia. And then really, really good quality bags. They have good leather for bags for work, very mature looking bags. But oh my gosh, the leather is so heavy. And I never bought into. I have one of their small like SLGs when I was much younger, but the bags solid. The one is solid, but I don't know if I would use it. Oh, bro, no, it's heavy. Okay, maybe they've changed. Yeah, because when I started to like take a look at their bags, I was like, God, picked it up. I was like, oh wow. But maybe they're lighter now. I will check it out. Maybe for work.
uh,
I'm gonna ask the audience. Like, so we've done LV. One brand we've never done. We haven't. Is Gucci.
oh yeah. Well, it's not that we've never done.
We've
We've kind of
never.
roasted it though.
Have we? No, we've never. We did it
We
with
didn't roast it? Are you sure?
we roasted it, but we've never done like a full, our picks.
We could.
And we've done one for Balenciaga and Gucci. I think
Yeah.
that's the only one that we did, and it was a fun one. So, shall we do a Gucci? Because Gucci has, I mean, we totally haven't looked at it. And Gucci has come up with quite a few releases. Adidas, Gucci something, Gucci.
We can. I mean, we can definitely add that into the calendar for next month. Or just
Yeah, let's
suggest
do
in
that
the
next
comment
time.
section. Or if you're like suggesting within the next 2 minutes, you can suggest it in the live chat right now. What
Yeah,
other brands you want to see us look into?
yeah. I think that would be pretty okay. I mean, I did like a Gucci bag recently. It was the Gucci green bamboo handle, but I had that bag last time. It's just that the green really was super cute. It's like this small little bag, like this a big. But other than that, I haven't I don't know, haven't gone into Gucci for a bit. Yeah, we could do the Gucci if you want to do, or any other brands like Amy said. I'm trying to think of any
Yeah.
other brands.
The thing is, like, I never really disliked Gucci or anything. I really never did, and I don't even mind it so
Mm,
much. I think it's just the fact that their aesthetic is really so different from what I would normally go for that I don't really gravitate towards. But I don't mind it in a sense that I know I can appreciate it um from a fashion's point of view. They are just their own aesthetic.
mhm.
It's very Italian, very loud,
Yeah.
very sort of like colorful, very lots of prints and I don't mind it. It's just that for me, my own aesthetic, I just don't dress that way. I just don't gravitate towards those. And so I totally can pick things. I wouldn't even necessarily roast them in a sense that I think I can just come from a very open-minded point of view and just pick things that I like. That I can maybe fantasize about if that was my style, like that's what I would choose type of thing.
Yeah, we should do it. I think it will be fun. Like I roast them because I just find that when you're paying that kind of price, I feel like more should have been done to it, like more longevity, more thought into their items. So my biggest gripe with some of their bags, and it's I think most of their bags, is that when you open the bag, like outside looks amazing. It's all about the shell. It looks like wow, so fun. But the moment you open it and you look at the interior that they use, is this kind of like
Like yeah,
rough cotton.
yeah.
It's not even that microfiber lining. It's some raffia. I don't. It's just not nice, right? Sometimes you go like, wait a minute.
Like a rough canvas.
It's like a really rough cotton canvas, right?
Yeah.
Inside, like snot. And then when they use, I mean, we're not roasting it, but I'm just telling you this how I feel when I open their bags. When I open it and they use like, let's say they use microfiber for some of their bags. It's not even. It's like it's all crinkled up inside like this.
Mhm.
So it's always the interior that just like, wait a minute, this is such a nice bag outside, but inside's not thought out of, or it's the attention on the inside detail is not as much as other bags. But you charge the price of other bags, so. But anyway, yeah, we could do a Gucci. I think we should just put a Gucci next month and pick fun things because it will definitely be a very fun live.
You know, the velvet bag that I had, the inside is very nice. It's that nice satin, and it's a bright satin. It's actually really nicely done. So I don't think it's every bag, but obviously I don't have a ton of experience with their bags because that was the only bag that I ever bought from Gucci. Yeah.
What is TBE? TBE. What's TBE? Okay.
To be, I don't know. Is that a brand?
Is that a brand? No TBE. What's TBE? What's TBE? Anyway, we'll do Gucci, okay? We'll do Gucci. I'm like, ugh. But okay, let's do Gucci. It will be fun. I think I have gone in. I've seen the kind of fun things. Yeah, most weirdest. Oh, tiny bag energy. Tiny bag energy.
Yeah. Let me just. So Chris is asking Christian Dior. More Chanel. Okay.
Anytime.
Jimmy Choo.
There are many bag brands.
Burberry. Okay. Burberry's bags are just really like.
I know.
I don't know if I can choose anything, but Burberry clothes, yes. We could do a mix maybe.
Their bags are just like I don't know. Burberry.
Oh, there's a brand called Tiny Bag Energy. I did not know that. What? Are the bags really tiny?
Oh, should we do the full live full of tiny bag energies, like just all the tiny bags? That'll be a fun one.
Like tiny, like as in micro or what?
Yeah, tiny bag energy bags. Tiny bag energy bag. Tiny bag. What?
Okay, I'm just curious. I have to look it up. What is that? Tiny bag energy.
Okay, we'll answer the last question from Sarah. Sarah Mac D100. What do you think of the Constance 18 or 24? Would you add one to your wish list? Yes, I would. I think 24 is a really good functional size because it's substantially larger and you can actually put a lot of things inside. Yeah, I kind of like the 24 too, but I had the Celine that was my inspiration, sort of like test bag for the 24. It's kind of big, kind kind of big. So I wouldn't go 24 personally with the constants. And everything is just enlarged. Even the H is enlarged. I would prefer like the 18.
Oh yeah, I figured it out. Okay, anyway, I tried the Constance 18 from my friend's one. I really liked it. I didn't try the interior. I just opened her bag and it was really messy.
Mm.
But but the bag itself when I was wearing it, and if you've seen my it's not even my vlog actually, but I think I did put it in a vlog too, my Montreal vlog. But it was my collab video that I did in person with Chenny. So I tried her bag in
Mm.
that video and it was so cute.
The,
I
the
loved it. It
18.
was actually an Etude color, the one that she had.
Yes,
Etude
I think
and
so.
it,
Yeah, I
it
think
was Etude box Etude, I think. Box leather because it was all scratched up too. But it was like, she was really not babying. She doesn't baby her bags, so it was really nice. Like it looks so cute on. Really cute. I
yeah.
really like it.
Okay. All right. We'll add our 2 hour mark. So thank you. We love the all the recommendations. So there's a Gucci, there's a Celine. I think we did a Celine. Yeah, we've done Celine, but maybe we could do more.
We
But
have.
they don't come up with bags that often and stuff. So we could do that, definitely add that back in. But yeah, Gucci, Burberry. We could, not necessarily have to look at their bags like what we did today, right? LV only picked 3
Yeah.
bags.
Or you
So
can do
yeah.
a mix of both, right? Because the Burberry Mulberry was both suggested at the same time. Maybe we can do a mix.
Yeah, and more Chanel, of course. But always,
Yes, Chanel we always do. Like each collection, we should do something about Chanel. Always. I think Chanel is one of those only brands where it doesn't get tired. It doesn't get tiring, I feel.
mm,
To me anyway, it doesn't get tiring. I can look at the things all the time.
it's fresh. Yeah, fresh. Their stuff every season is fresh.
Yeah.
And Virginie is doing a pretty good
Mhm.
job keeping it uh young. And yeah. All right. So we will see the members tomorrow. Gonna talk about stuff that we are like, oh my gosh,
We
we
need
need
help.
we need help. We need help. So we'll talk to the members tomorrow. It's gonna be fun one. And yeah, everyone else. Next week we've got the what do we have next week? Let me just take a
So
check
next
again.
week it'll be back on my channel, and we actually that was a suggestion from one of the subscribers. They want us to basically choose from each other's favorite bags.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it's gonna be a fun chit chat.
Exactly. All right then. We will see you next week or tomorrow. Bye everyone. Thank you. Have a great day or night.
Bye.